ask me, she was already cheating. She knows what her mom is trying to do, and she is there for it. I don't wash my hands on what for the consoler and Muna sheep. That's what I call her. Hello lovers, welcome back to my channel. If you're just coming for the first time, you're just seeing this beautiful face for the first time, you're absolutely welcome to this channel. My name is Paga, and this channel is about my faith, makeup and lifestyle. So if that is your vibe, please do stick around, subscribe to this channel and hit the post notification bell so you know whenever I drop something new. So today's video is going to be my final review for the Just Us Girls series. Okay, the last time I talked about Ife and Ame. Today I'm going to be talking about Jite and Kayin. As a matter of fact, me, I don't wash my hands for anything we consign Kayin and Muna. With that Kayin Muna be, I'm not shipping that ship anymore. Like, I'm done. I like my peace of mind, and she's just stressing me out. This was the final episode of season 2, guys. Hey, a lot happened. And without further ado, I'll just go straight into the review. So going straight into Jite and Kayin gist, I'll start with Jite. So in this episode, Jite was with her friend in her store, and I think her friend just got married, and her friend was just telling her about marriage and really rubbing it in. As a friend, you know your friends' pain points, and I feel like the issue of marriage is been a lot of pressure for Jite, and for her friend to come and start rubbing it in and telling her, I make gonna do Mario. It was unnecessary to just keep rubbing it in. There's just this mindset that's marriage is an achievement of some sort. If you're not married, you haven't arrived. That mentality is very wrong, and because of this mindset and this mindset that people around Jite have, her friend and her mom and her siblings have, it's really pushing Jite into unthinkable things. Later on, Jite's brother came in, Tega, and Isha just came to greet her, and she was like, okay, he should tell their sister to come and start working for her, since her former sales girl was fired because of her blabbing. Okay, so they were like, okay. So next thing we see Jite at home. She was about to leave the house, and as she was just about to leave, her mother comes in with her sister, not the sister that she asked to come and work for her in her store. Anyway, the mother comes in, she sits down, and they start talking. One thing led to another, and she asked why the sister she asked for to come and work with her, Kewe, did not come, and instead it was Voke that was with the mom. And the mom was like, Kewe said that she did not want to work with Jite. And honestly, it came as a shock, because this same Jite's business is paying for tailoring for their sister, is paying for jam lessons, paying for a lot of things for their family. So for the sister to say she wasn't coming, and then the mother even allowed the nonsense, it's just somehow. So Jite was, of course, saying, what kind of rubbish is that? Why would she say she's not coming, and you too, mommy, you allow her? That kind of thing. After that whole thing, the mother now said that she should calm down, that she came for another issue. So Jite sat down, and the mother now said that the sister there, Voke, was pregnant for, is it iron condemn, iron bender? The guy wants to marry Voke, and they needed Jite to contribute so that they can get married. And it further just buttresses the point that they're not making any sense. You're here to ask her for money. Meanwhile, you couldn't tell your daughter to come and work for her, knowing that that same business is where y'all are getting all your money to do all the rubbish that you are doing. Of course, stood her ground and was like, no. That's not going to happen. One thing led to another, and Voke raised her voice to Jite and said something about, her not being married or so. And Jite was so pissed. She slapped her. That slap looked real. I want to ask a question to the directors. Are these slaps real? Because they look real. Even the slap that Jite gave Sammy in the mall. It looked so real. Are these actors actually chopping real slap? What? These slaps look real. If they are not real, you're just big ups, because you're making it look very real. Anyway, Jite slaps Voke across the face, and the mother, instead of the mother to, stop Jite's. By the way, they are Jite's younger sisters. Instead of the mother to talk to the younger ones, she was not asking Jite, like, she lie, you don't marry, you don't marry. See, in this whole Just Us Girls series, the only person that I feel for and I feel her pain and I kind of understand and get where she's coming from and what she's going through is Jite, because her entire family relies on her for this and that, yet give her insults because she isn't married. I don't see how these two can go together. At some point they're supposed to realize that marriage is not everything. I mean, the mother has daughters that are married and they still come to Jite to ask her for money. Like, it doesn't work that way. You either, if you're married and you feel like marriage is everything, when you get married, stay on your own and sort yourself out. Don't keep coming to Jite for money. I don't even understand how Jite is, coping with all of this. Anyway, they were still arguing when the sister Voke said another thing, and as Jite was, trying to slap her, the mom was in the way and she hit her mom and the mom fell down. Leave it to Lolo to bring the drama, because what is that drama? She laid down on the floor. She was like, "Hey, you go keep me on. Hey, Jite won't keep me." Like, the girls at home had to come and separate the mom and Jite, take Jite away and all of that. And the mom was like, "Hey, you go to church. Your church say, honor your father and your mother." And Jite was like, that same Bible says, "Do not provoke your parents' anger." There needs to be a balance between parents and children. As children, we are required to honor your father and your mother, okay? But as parents also, as much as you want your children to honor you and respect you and obey your instructions. I'm not trying to excuse Jite disrespecting her mom, but I just feel like there needs to be a balance between parents and children. Respect is reciprocal. You give respect to get respect. So later we see Consola. Consola was in her room and she got a call from her mom. Her mom was asking her to buy tea, to get tea from the supermarket and bring it over to the house. Do you know what she did? Immediately that call dropped, she picked up the phone and called Muna and told Muna that I just got a weird call from my mom. She asked me to bring tea. You know why that is shocking to me? Because the important things, the really important things that you should be talking to him about, you are not talking to him about it. What is his business with your mom asking you to bring tea? I just want that's like, I don't understand. I actually thought that call would eventually lead to, okay, there is this guy or something. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was just like, you're calling Mona because your mom said she'll bring tea to her house, but you cannot tell him that your mom is fixing you up with another guy. Weird. Back to Jite. You remember that guy that came to Jite's store to sell hair? She was doing business with the guy. So apparently she has been calling the guy and the guy hasn't been picking up his call. I said it too. In fact, as I said, this guy, this boy, that thief, scammer. Anyway, she has been calling him and he has not been picking. When he finally picked, he even billed her on top of the money that she had sent before. I'm just like, God help Jite. Anyway, guys, this is just a side note. It was a part where J knocked on the door and Jite went to open the door for him. I would really love, like, at the end of the day, when Jite has come to her senses and she has really calmed down and she has given her life to Christ, like, I won't mind the J and Jite ship, guys. What do you think? By God's grace, by that time J too would have calmed down from his multiple sex partners, according to Jite, and the two of them, I kind of feel like they told them to be a good match. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think in the comment section. Let's move forward. So Consola went to Muna's store to pick up cookies because Muna asked her to pick up cookies from him as she was going to her mom's place, which she did. She went to her mom's place and met Tomiwa in her mom's house. Consola was way too friendly with this guy. If you ask me, I know that a lot of people will say it was not that deep, but if you ask me, I would say that she was already cheating. I don't think you have to get in bed with someone before you cheat. When you text someone, when you're texting with someone and not telling your partner, you're already cheating. When you're being all chummy with someone and your partner does not know about it, she's already cheating. Like, she's already cheating. As she got there, she saw Tomiwa there. It didn't even feel any type of way to her. Like, my issue is that she knows what her mom is trying to do, and she is there for it. Like, she's welcoming it. She's not saying anything. The mom even invited her to Tomiwa's event. They will ask her, if she was available or anything. And the only thing she'll say is, I'm here. You could have asked me. Like, she does not deserve Muna. No. Even Tomiwa had to ask, won't your boyfriend be jealous? Because any normal human being would know that, it's not right. But she'll say, why will he be jealous of, because I went to a friend's party? He won't be insecure if he knows about it. But you haven't told him about it. Did I miss the part where Ella came to Muna's store and she brought business? Guys, I'm officially shipping Ella and Muna. Muna said, you're the answer to my prayers. I was like, answer to my prayers. I know what he meant, but like, I was like, does this mean something else? Like, was a job that's going to bring a lot of money. Remember that he just got admitted into Loco Domblo. So he has been looking for funds to pay for the tuition, and really, she bringing this business was an answer to a prayer. Later, Jite was in her store and she was with Sammy, and they were just talking and they were just talking when Sammy just checks on his phone and sees the picture of this guy, and he was just like this. He was just talking. I was like, this something about fraudsters, and she went to check the phone, and the fraudster was, guess who? That brother with the beards. So apparently the guy is a fraudster, and of course all her money that she invested with him, hoping that he would bring hairs for her, is gone just like that. I really feel for her, because remember when she said, let me go to the only thing that I am sure of, and she was referring to her store. Now she doesn't have the store. Her family is one kind, and this is not even the last of it. It just keeps getting worse in Jite's case. So she was just like really crying, and Sammy was there, and Sammy was like, no, stop now, it's just money, I'll take a loan for you. And I feel like that just kind of touched her. Even me too, I was like, oh really, will this guy really do that for her? I feel like Sammy actually cares for Jite. He does care for Jite. She was like, oh, you really will do this for me? I was like, yeah, you have done more than this for me. Anyway, he offers to take her for lunch, and they go for lunch, guys. This is where it happens. Guys, as they were eating, I feel like Jite's emotions were all over the place. Like, Jite has been going through it since this episode started. Literally since this episode started. So, as they were eating, she just kind of got quiet, and she was looking at Sammy. I feel like she felt in her mind like, it's only Sammy I have, my store is gone, my family is not really there for me, it's only Sammy that is there, being that he said that he would take a loan for her. So she's like, oh yeah, Sammy's got my back. So she looks at him, and she was like, she loves him, and she stands up, goes beside the table and kneels down and asks Sammy, would you marry me? First of all, I don't think that there's an amount of money that any man can pay me, except Jesus Christ, that will make me kneel down like that and ask that question. Anyway, she goes ahead and proposes to Sammy, guys. So she says, Sammy, will you marry me? And Sammy is stunned. People in the restaurant, one guy like that beside them was even laughing at some point, laughing at her. And Sammy was like, he was lost for words. He felt embarrassed. Like, Jite, what are you doing? Like, what's this? And then after a while, he just gets up and he says, Jite, I cannot marry you. And just storms off. Leaves Jite like that, kneeling down. Like, I feel like that was heartbreaking. Even for me watching it, I felt heartbroken for Jite, because in the least you'd have just even said, "We are stand up, let's talk about this." One side of me is like, I kind of get Sammy, he has some concerns about Jite's character, Jite's attitude. However, the fact that he stood up and he said, "Jite, I can't marry you," that means that he's set already in his heart. He knows that he cannot marry Jite. He knew that all she wanted was marriage. He could have ended these scenes and told her he wasn't going to marry her. I don't know how to feel about Sammy anymore. I'm torn. I feel like I understand, that he knows what he wants. But if you know what you want, why have you been in a relationship with her knowing what she wants? Jite all this while felt like she had been giving him sex. So, it was all good and he would eventually marry her. Jite's world has crumbled before her. And I just want to add that I hope she takes a step back from her family, because especially in this time when she doesn't have money, get her life back together, pick up the pieces and start. I feel like it's going to be a fresh start for Jite. It's going to be a fresh start. More than anyone else, it's going to be a fresh start for everybody. But especially for Jite, because she's starting from like ground zero. Like, she doesn't have her business and she doesn't have a man. She's not in right standing with her family. So my heart goes out to Jite. So finally, Kayin went for the event that Tomiwa invited her for. But right before she stepped into the event, she called Muna. I felt like that was so dumb of her. If you knew you were going to lie, you had no business calling him. Like, you could have just not called him. At least you'd not be lying about where you were. It would be, you haven't told me about this guy. It would have been another story. But she called him and Muna asked her, "Where are you?" And she lied through her teeth. I just watch a movie, blah, blah, blah. Like, anyway, she gets into the place. She sees Tomiwa. Everyone is staring at her. She's looking good. Of course, she's a fine girl. She's looking good. And Tomiwa goes to, walk her in. I wish them well at this point. Let's just be happy together. Because since she cannot tell her mom anything, she should just accept her fate. Tomiwa is the guy for her. It's fine. He doesn't seem like such a bad guy. So, I wish them well. Anyway, he goes to her and his hand is over her, her waist. And he's whispering into her ears and she's... She's just laughing and smiling from ear to ear. I'm like, what's it worry this girl? Anyway, as she's talking and they are whispering to each other's ears, Muna comes to drop something on the table. And as he drops it, he raises up his head and he sees his girlfriend, Kayin, there, that told him that she was in her house on her bed about to watch a movie. Anyway, he walks away and then she went running after him. She was just shouting, "Muna, Muna," and then he stopped and I was like, this is not your house. This is not your bed. And here's why I said there was no reason lying to him, because when he saw her there, his main issue was not even the fact that, she was with another guy. His main issue was, this is not your bed. This is not your bed. Like, you lied. Like, you lied. Straight up lied. He went on to say that they were truly from different worlds and he could not do the relationship anymore. And he left her there. So he walked out to one corner and I felt so bad for the guy. He just fell to the ground and was crying. But guys, you know what I see in that place? Did you see how Ella followed him all the way to the ground? Like, she sat on the ground with him, literally. See, I know that at the beginning of this Just Us Girls series, I said that Ella would give me issues. But it's the other way around. This Kayin has been giving me issues in this particular season. But I feel like Ella now, I'm now team Ella. I'm not team Ella and Muna. What did I call him? Team Mula. Team Mula. See the way he was crying. He went to the ground and she just followed him. You know, I'm laughing. Guys, human beings are terrible. Just the other day, I was singing Kayin Muna's praise. Oh my God. No follow man. No, just put your hope on God. And the arm of flesh will truly feel you. But that's my stand really now. And of course, it's subject to change. Let's see what season 3 and 4 would bring. But for now, I'm done. I don't wash my hands on what for the Consola and Muna sheep. I have sheep in the Ella and Muna sheep. Yay! Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope you've enjoyed the whole season. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, share. Just show me some love, guys. I can't believe that some of you watch this video and still don't subscribe. How is that even fair? That's not fair. Please do subscribe. And yeah, see you in my next video. Bye.